Hello everyone and welcome back to PyAL Life. This is Otaku Showboat, and today I want to talk a little bit about caravans. Oh boy, so caravans are a new transportation method added in PyAl Life, and definitely a hot topic because of all the work involved in the coding of these things. So I would like to make people both aware of their existence as well as discuss a bit about how they work. Now, if you've been watching this series thus far and have enjoyed what you've been seeing, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help make this series appear higher up in YouTube search results. You can do all of the social stuff through the links in the description below this video, including supporting Pyanodon's Mon's development at patreon.com/Pyanodon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat. So, King Arthur is the one who has coded the caravans as well as the smart farms primarily, and done a lot of the other coding involved with PyAl Life and a lot of the other uh, parts of the Pi Suite. The cool, interesting, more complex mechanic type stuff, including like the UI on the slaughterhouses that have been added in PyAl Life. That was King Arthur making that type of stuff. Uh, the caravans, well, in order to actually make the creatures for the caravans, uh, you need an AUG. You need an AUG. You need a bare DNA sample, which is from AUGs. You need alien sample ones, which that's from making green science. So we are in a post-green science world, by the way, when doing the whole caravan thing. We are in a post-green science world now. You need biosamples, and you need fetal serum. Now, the hardest part is probably going to be the fetal serum here. So just note that fetal serum is made out of guts and silver. That's like the main stuff for the fetal serum. It's and like glassware or something like that. Glassware, guts, and silver plates. So yeah, just these three things in a biofactory will give you fetal serum. That'll help to make your or all, in this case, all of your caravans will be made out of this. There's several other creatures that are available to you at Green Science that are going to be blocked behind the fetal serum. The most important one, though, which is Ulrich, is not. It's going to be locked behind Alien Sample 2's, but there are several other things like Muckmo that'll require fetal serum and artificial blood. Xenos will require artificial blood. The Zipiers will be fetal serum, but you need like blue science for some of that. It's a mix, and I'm still comprehending, trying to get my head wrapped around a lot of this, like what's available when type things. But caravans, definitely, as soon as you get fetal serum, you will have the ability to get caravans. Now, caravans, as we rotate, caravans are creatures. They're technically biters, reskinned biters, with a whole bunch of animations. They've got a spiky tail apparently, spikes for a tail. They're carrying a backpack strapped on of stuff for cargo. And yeah, so there's your creature. There's your creature for the caravan. Now, there is a button that is added in here called the AUG control device. The AUG control device. That's what you are looking for, and we can potentially add that onto the list if I wasn't actually holding the thing. You need to click and drag to select the AUG to bring up a UI. The route start, we want it to be this outpost over here. Now, we don't really know which outpost is which because we don't know the name of it. If we click on this outpost, it doesn't really tell us either. It doesn't really tell us, but if you look over here, there you go. Right there. And you can rename it if you want. from outpost 1841 to something else. So when you click on it, you have to look all the way over here. Look all the way over here to get the name. So we're going to start at 41, and the other one's going to go to 42. And this is done magically as soon as you get it. So the AUG will go over, it'll grab one stack of stuff, and if we get the AUG control device again, we can hover over it. We can see what the current inventory is. You can see it's gonna just go back and forth between the two buildings. Now I do need to be sure to do that quickly to make sure that this is empty. So the way that this really works, as I grab my AUG control device to apparently select you again, and apparently the inventory doesn't load dynamically constantly. So if I select it here now, get the device, you can see current inventory 10 units of Relesia. It will load into here. Now, if this has any in it, if this has anything in it, the AUG will just pick up a stack and take it back to the starting location. So bear in mind, only have stuff in the one that you want the AUG to take things from. It will deliver into here, and then if this has anything in it, it will take a stack from here to take it back. That's just how it currently works. So here we've got something simple, one AUG going back and forth between the two buildings. We can technically add like as many as we want, so where are my additional caravans? Just a few extra caravans. Unfortunately, the AUG control device can only like do one of these at a time, which is sad. It can't just do multiple AUG selection. So yeah, it's unfortunate. We can like delete or pick up a lot of these that aren't doing anything. But they're basically biters. They'll try to pathfind around each other as well. So just keep that in mind. We've got a few of these hanging out to being lazy. So yeah, we've got now a whole bunch. So just as long as you're fully offloading from here, you don't have to worry about anything. And you can just improve your throughput by increasing the number of AUGs that you have on the route. Pay very close attention to what is on the route. Pay very close attention to what is on the route. Because they absolutely get influenced by belts. They absolutely get influenced by belts. Now, these are belts from the Ultimate Belt mod, so just keep that in mind. And you can see they can get stuck. They can get stuck along the way, and they follow biter mechanics. Now, here's probably going to be a slight issue if you can't offload enough. So if I take a look at you, alright, you've got nothing, you've got nothing, you've got nothing. So there's a chance that it could pick up stuff if this inserter wasn't fast enough to get everything out in time. So make sure there's sufficient spacing between these. So with that, 10 minutes just to talk about that and to, you know, be warned about having stuff in the way be very careful about having stuff in the way of these, because it can cause problems with the pathfinding. It can absolutely cause problems with the pathfinding. You may need like waypoints, outposts to use as waypoints. Just keep that in mind. Actually, it'd be double outposts as waypoints, loading from one into another, just so that you can keep things managed a little bit easier, so they can offload here and you don't have to worry about them picking anything up and going back. It'll just load into here and you can have another set here for them to avoid stuff. You want them to avoid stuff, and you absolutely want them to not cross train tracks. Do not have these guys cross train tracks. Why? Why? Because, as I had said before, they are essentially biters. So, if trains can kill biters, they can absolutely kill caravans as well. So just keep that in mind when doing stuff with caravans. Now, there is a question of, are they actually worth using? Short answer, no. In my honest opinion. Are they cool? Absolutely. Did a lot of work go into making these things? Absolutely. Are they good enough to use in a base? No. Just simple answer. At this point in the current mechanics, at the current timing that you get them, the answer is a resounding hell no. Because by the time you get these guys, you have trains. You have access to trains. And frankly, robots are better. Like, frankly, robots are better. Even if I had these guys walking several million tiles away, have a whole bunch of them, like, I mean, they're called caravans for a reason. You're going to want to have like all of them on the planet. You're going to want to have like huge lines of these things. I can foresee having huge lines of these things going from one end of the map to the other, just going back and forth, moving stacks of stuff. So maybe at scale they might be able over really long distances to move more stuff than a train, but who in their right mind is going to make that many entities for it to be actually worthwhile? I don't really know who would actually do such a thing, to have enough entities to make it worthwhile on a really long caravan line of moving basically one item at a time. I mean, or whatever, one stack per creature of stuff to a destination. I guess that it's resource agnostic as well, so you could just move whatever resources you want to have moved from one end of the map to the other and not really worry about it, sort it at the destination. So there's that, but really I don't see myself really using these guys. Just, this is a video just to show you, hey, here's the mechanics, here's what they look like. These are apparently Augs. Yeah, it's caravans. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you've enjoyed this series thus far, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help make this series appear higher up in YouTube search results. You can do all of the social stuff in the description below this video, including supporting Pyanodon's Monster Development at patreon.com/Pyanodon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat, and I, of course, will see you all on the next one.